All right, I think it's streaming. Let's see. Should be. It is streaming. Let's go. Hello. Hello, hello. Does everyone hear me?
Hey.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
do I sound good?
Yes. How are you?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Oops.
Before coming on here, I just finished watching Bardo. I didn't like it that much. I'm sorry to say.
That's fine.
It was,
I'm not. I
it was,
understand why people don't like
frustrating
it.
to me more than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. Hello.
I just thought I'd give you my thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I found it frustrating to a certain point, but I found like it made sense and redeemed itself by the end without spoiling anything.
Makes sense.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah.
Hey, Alexander. Hey, guys. How are you all today?
All right.
I am fine. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm fine.
I'm
Hey,
good.
Fabelmans.
I'm kind of
Hello.
tired.
Oh, your audio, Sal, is
Wrong with your mic?
crunchy.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
Okay.
It's yeah. If you're not, it sounds like maybe the gain could be turned down a bit, or you could just be further back from the mic. But otherwise, it sounds fine.
Cat's right behind me.
Oh shit!
Kitty.
I've got a cat in this room also, but you can't see him.
Oh, is your boyfriend?
Yeah.
So you already moved. Congratulations.
It's technically I haven't. I'm just visiting.
So you're on vacation,
okay.
technically.
I'm
Still,
visiting right now.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So,
All
what's
right, we
the...
got it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was wondering, Adam, what's the cat's name and what color is it? What color is it?
I'm not saying his name, but he's a leopard.
Sorry. Leopard.
Hmm.
Oh, I like calico.
Real size leopard.
I like tortoiseshells.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So, what do you guys think about Jean Dielman officially becoming the greatest movie
It's
of
funny.
all time?
I'm just happy
Hilarious.
that it somehow keeps getting in the news cycle. Because I'm like the only person who's made videos about it. So people search it up. The most viewed like Jean Dielman video is like the moist meter thing, right? The April Fool's thing,
joke you did. Yeah.
Oh god, I love that video.
Yeah. So theoretically,
video.
someone watched that trying to find out what the movie is. Yeah.
We gotta start debate, bro. Drama. Why did you give Avatar 2 a 4 out of 10?
Because it was bad.
Oh shit.
Speaking of Avatar 2, I was going to see it today, but it got rescheduled because of the weather.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't know why anybody says the story is fine. It's like the worst story they possibly could have made. It's like the dumbest thing they possibly could have done.
Kind of. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. The biggest thing that distracted me was, well, what format did you see it, Adam? Did you see it in 3D or 2D?
I saw it in a legitimate IMAX in 3D high frame rate. So I saw like in the best possible conditions to see it.
Okay, I saw it in a Cinemark XD, which is just like an IMAX alternative, and it was in high frame rate. And I was frustrated because it was like the high frame rate like distracted me a lot during the film, especially in the first half. It was like I want to see it in 2D at some point just to see like what it would look like if it's in high frame rate in 2D or not. But in 3D, it kept switching on and off, and it got annoying.
Is it worth it for the visuals?
There's like half an hour of the movie that are worth it for the visuals, but then there's a lot of like really boring slog to get there.
Maybe I shouldn't see it then.
I mean, you can see. I'm just saying how I felt. I'm not trying to stop people from watching it.
Yeah,
I wasn't fond of the original, so
well, then you're probably not going to watch it.
Like,
yeah, if you don't even like the original,
at least good eye candy.
She wasn't fond. Yeah.
Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, so I haven't actually seen the new one or the first one for that matter,
Oh,
but I saw an interesting.
the first one's good.
Yeah, I know.
I think.
Yeah, I saw an interesting bit of news yesterday where apparently for Avatar 3, James Cameron intends to submit a 9-hour rough cut to the studio with complete VFX.
What?
Saw that on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Where's? Can you
like-
source me this? Where is this?
Like, it's
Yeah,
not
sure.
finding it.
Let me just find something real quick for you.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it as well.
Okay.
Oh, I
let's
found
see.
something. I'll put a
There's
link. Hold on a sec. I found
Reportedly.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. James Cameron's rumored to have a 909-hour cut to Disney.
Here's a life hack also. If you're ever showing your phone to a screen, turn on airplane mode first, because you don't want to get like a text or something that you didn't, but I'm just saying it
yeah, that's a
avoids
good idea.
possible
Yeah.
Thanks,
issues.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Not bad idea.
Hello, Tyler. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Oh,
I'm doing
hi
pretty good.
Tyler.
Hello.
How are you guys?
And Taylor. Tyler and Taylor have joined.
And that boy.
Yes. Hello.
Oh shit, what up? Hey everybody.
Hello. Hello.
Did anyone else see the Barbie teaser trailer?
No, I
Oh,
guess
they
I'll
played
react to
that
that
right-
later. I'm just gonna put that on my list.
They played
It's
that in
so
my
fucking
screening.
funny.
They played it. Actually, they played it right before Avatar in my screening yesterday. They
Oh yeah.
I think, yeah, it was the same teaser as they upload on YouTube. It was but I don't know. It was confused at first, but
Don't
it
say
didn't
anything
give away
about
much
it.
on it. Well, it didn't give away
Okay.
anything. I don't know. I might see it, but I'm also, for me being a guy, you're just like, I'm gonna feel kind of embarrassed seeing it because I'm like, it's
subs.
what'd you say?
Nothing. Hold on.
You might want to mute yourself, Sal, if you.
I'm doing
Okay.
that. I'm doing that.
I got it. All right. Yeah, what were we saying?
What I was
Oh.
saying is, sorry. Actually, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Sorry. I
Okay.
don't
Was that
know.
my-
You know, it's okay.
Yeah, another film I want to talk about. Bones and All. I saw that, and that was an interesting movie for me because they filmed it in my
yes.
state, and I've been to several of the locations that they used in that film.
Okay. Which state was that
Did you
again?
li- It's in
Sorry
Ohio, and I
about
live
that.
Oh,
there.
okay. Oh, no worries.
You're fine, Sal. But
Yeah, I enjoyed that
Someone
movie.
came into
I'm
my
not
room
gonna-
unexpectedly.
That's all good. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. It wasn't. I'll go into more detail about it. I gotta make a. I might do another one of those like long form quickies. I don't know what to call those, so I just didn't even put the word quickie in front of it. I don't even know what to.
Quickie.
But it's not a quickie. It's like a long form quickie, which is weird. But it's not.
Media meat.
Yeah, but it's not like a full
Media
review
meat.
or anything.
That's
So I
funny.
just don't know what to call it.
Frisky.
Or maybe I should just not call it anything.
Yeah, it was cool seeing like locations I've been to in that film, like because they filmed most of it in my state, and it was like that that like diner that they're in. I've been to that diner, and it was like
Mhm.
I've been to that grocery store that they went to. It's like wow, this is stuff I recognize.
Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, I have some opinions about Bones and All. It's
Oh,
like I
yes?
liked it, but there were a couple issues I had with the structure of the film. Like for one, I didn't think the film was particularly well paced. Unfortunately,
it could have been a bit quicker paced. Yeah, I'll watch it
Yeah,
again.
there were
though. I
parts
liked
of
it
the
enough
film-
to see it a second time.
yeah, there
I'll
were
get the-
parts
I'll
of the
get the
film where I
Blu-ray.
felt that it really dragged.
I mean, I felt the
And,
same way about like the Suspiria remake. Like it probably could have been tighter, but I still liked it a lot.
I don't know. I didn't feel about that nearly as strongly as that or Call Me by Your Name or any of other Luca Guadagnino films. But yeah. And also another thing was I found the structure to be a bit repetitive. I don't know if I should go into that just to avoid spoilers, but I found like you reach a new part of the film one of two things is going to happen, move on, same one of two things, move on. Yeah, it's like I felt like it was a film that was meant to feel sprawling, but just ended up feeling really linear in structure instead.
I don't know. Yeah, it was just. I don't know. It was kind of like a road trip movie, in a way.
Yeah, it's like
It almost felt
think it
kind of like
nailed.
the pacing, or it kind of reminded me of like Into the Wild in a weird way, where it's just like you're kind of just
I've
like
heard
going from
comparisons.
location to location.
Yeah, like I've heard comparisons to Terrence Malick's Badlands too, which
I
I
haven't seen
really
it yet.
liked. Oh, it's great. Yeah, so I felt like for a movie where it's like, oh, it's a road trip and you have all these interesting characters, didn't feel entirely attached to some of the characters more than the others. The character of Sully was really interesting
Mhm.
without saying anything. He was very unnerving in a
Yeah.
really cool kind of way. I know
Yeah.
some people found him
I recognize
little
that
bit
actor from
comical.
some stuff. I don't remember what.
Yeah, I forget his name, but yeah, like it has a certain weirdness to it that I
Mhm.
really appreciated. And yeah, like I didn't like not enjoy the film. There was certainly a lot to appreciate. Oh yeah, also the ending was very rushed. I felt that that should have been a little bit longer, but that sort of goes back to my issue with the pacing.
Yeah.
I can understand that. When Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
I
I give it
enjoyed it
a
overall.
low
I didn't.
7 or high 6.
Yeah, I could shave like 10 minutes from it or something. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
agree it
that's
was
a good
long. I
number.
gave it an 8. I thought I really enjoyed Bones and All a lot. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Guadagnino film, but I haven't seen
Mhm.
I Am Love, but I have seen Call Me by Your Name and Suspiria. But
Mhm.
I think I like Suspiria is my favorite of his. Call Me by Your Name is pretty strong as well. And then Bones and All, I mean, part of my enjoyment was just seeing like locations I've been to because they filmed most of the film in my state, and then and it was also I don't know. I felt that I agree with your Kiki with the ending, with like it being a bit rushed, and it was funny because like most of my theater was just old ladies. They were just there to kill time, and they were like they were just like yelling at the film most of the time, which was funny.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's like the ending was like super compelling stuff. I just wish it was stretched out a little longer in terms of what happened.
Aether Muse.
Aether, it's an element in Legend of Spyro. I have 2 things to show you guys, if that's okay.
Okay.
The tweet. I'm not surprised for you guys. You're gonna love this tweet that I've got here from my Twitter account. This was what happened on Discord an hour ago, and I was waiting here to show you guys like a little excited kid on Christmas.
Is it, as long as there's no, I don't know what you're showing. I just hope there's no like personal information or usernames that.
All right. I blurred out the guy's name in the profile picture. I put the wall dude Pride Rock emoji there, and I didn't even know his name was Rock until after I posted it. Until after I reacted with it.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Whoa,
and
dude.
I also want to. Well, dude,
Pride Rock.
Yeah, that's what happened to me
That's
today.
funny.
And also, another thing I want to show you is some enamel pins that I'm designing. If you've read the webcomic that I told you about last month, then
Hold on a second, I gotta mute myself.
Sure.
Yeah, Destiny Intertwined.
Put the link. Darman fan.
I'm standing now.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Pride Rock sounds like a genre of music.
It should be.
Yeah, it's all about pride.
Wow, dude. I'm just gonna click this other link. Hold on. Oh, nice. That's cute.
Yeah. You know those characters. Have you read the webcomic that
No.
It's okay. Oh, I told you about
didn't.
it last month.
I know, but I don't really like to imagine that I could have had time to read a webcomic in the past month. It's not feasible.
It's fine.
I wasn't even able to set up my Sunday stream. That's why I'm gonna be doing a makeup stream for it after this is done. Yeah. Yeah, that's how busy I've been. I was trying to fix my computer.
A game I've been playing recently, I got that. I've been trying that game High on Life by the Rick and Morty people, and it's fun, but it's annoying with the dialogue. But the gameplay
I mean, yeah,
is
I
decent.
just fucking Justin Roiland seems like a really nice guy, and he's like done a lot of great work and helping a lot of up and coming animators and giving people a platform to showcase their art, especially with that new Poloni show thing that he did. But like in terms of the art that he creates at this point, like I like his animation more than I like his ad-libbing. And it seems like 99% of what he does comedically is just like the same Morty ad-libbing, where I'm like, you're just doing Morty voice and you're just ad-libbing, and that's the whole joke. Like, geez, guys, I gotta go to bed. And like that's it. Like that's the whole. And I'm like, damn it! Like it almost. The amount of times I've seen it at this point, and just how like over it I am, and how not funny anymore it is, it kind of hurts the original Rick and Morty stuff. Because now it's like it should stay associated with that character and not just be every character you ever do.
I agree. I mean, I haven't seen any recent Rick and Morty stuff. People will say it's apparently not that bad, but I kind of dropped out after season 3.
Same. I kind of got bored.
I stopped after season 2.
And then
I've seen
Life is. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right. I've seen praise for that new Justin Roiland game, High on Life. But
I've been playing that. I have Game Pass. That's why I've been able to play it. It's actually not a bad game gameplay-wise, although the bosses are absolute trash. But the best thing, like when it's not Justin Roiland speaking, it's actually fun. There is a really funny cameo from a certain channel that I really like.
I heard about that,
But and there are some funny voice acting that isn't Justin Roiland. That's fun, but it's like a 5 out of 10 game where it's like fun gameplay, but you have to mute the game in order to enjoy it.
It also does the darkness thing where there's just like movies in it wholesale.
Yeah, it's like I've heard praise for it, but even the people who praise it admit that I get why High on Life is divisive, since the writing/comedy are what defines it. It's a 2 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10, depending on whether it works for you or not.
And I'm in between. It's a 5
Kung Pao.
I love Kung Pao.
Alexander, what's up?
Two things, I guess. I'm kind of jealous of all you guys talking about these actual recent movies, like recent, because I live in a country where, well, they're not in theaters yet. They haven't come out in my country yet. But my grandmother wanted to see a movie with me, and there was nothing in the movie theater I was interested in. But I thought, let's see the Fabelmans, whatever. It's probably a good movie for old people. And we both agreed that it could be better. I didn't dislike it as much as you did, Adam.
It's so annoying to me.
The Fabelmans
I haven't played High on Life. I saw some previews while watching Gamescom, and I'm like, wow, this makes me want to rip my skin off. This is very annoying.
Did you see the Fabelmans?
I did, actually. I saw it not too long ago. It was I didn't hate it as much as you, Adam, but I gave it the same score as
what's the point? Maybe. It seems like a pointless movie. It seems like so masturbatory and just like absolutely up its own ass and annoying. And then
I saw it because I was like, it's gonna guarantee get an Oscar nom, so that's why I was.
That's exactly what it's for. It's just Oscar bait Spielberg. That's like the reason it's made is to get Oscar noms. It doesn't even like.
It seems like for a movie that's supposed to be like Spielberg celebrating cinema, it has very little of actual celebrating cinema in it. It's mostly just either a generic family drama or a generic high school movie.
It's more celebrating himself. It's like celebrating him as a director, which is like just kind of. Like, come on, dude.
Masturbatory, yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't even matter. Even if you're like the greatest director ever, like I get the same feelings whenever Lars von Trier does that shit. Where it's just like you're just jerking off. Yeah, except I expect it more from Lars von Trier.
My theater when I saw Fabelmans was almost exclusively old people, and they were like they seemed to enjoy it. There was like an old lady I was sitting next to, and she was crying during the film near the end.
It is. Well, I mean, like,
it's
yeah, it's like
an
remember
old
when
people
you
movie.
had to use film. Like, it is kind of like a nostalgic
Remember
period
when
piece.
you were
man.
So
It is,
long, too.
it is the most old people movie of the year. Honestly, it's clearly
It
like
is.
the most
Oh,
old
wow.
people movie of
How'd
the
she
year
smell?
because there was almost exclusively old people in my theater. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know what to say right now. I'm just blanking on my thoughts.
Sure. Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, speaking of like old people movies, is it safe to talk about Tar?
What about it?
It gets
Like-
a 4K next week, actually, so that's nice.
Like, I'm just trying to be careful about how I phrase
I don't.
things as
Yeah,
to
I mean,
not spoil.
there's. I would say there's still spoilers for Tar. Wait until it's.
Okay.
Yeah.
It gets a Blu-ray
Yeah,
next week, so
Exactly.
you can
In
wait
my
for
country,
that.
it comes out in February.
Okay, so scratch that. I think I'll hold that thought maybe for the next hangout.
Okay.
Maybe
when
Yeah, it's like,
it was an old people movie, like in a negative way.
well, not exactly, and
I think
that's
that
where
I think that
things
there
get
were
really
old people
interesting.
expecting it to be a different movie.
Yeah, they were expecting it to be something else, but
Yeah.
it really subverted that, and I find that very, very funny.
I gotta watch his
Funny.
other movies soon.
I fucking love
Me too.
Tar.
He only has 2 other movies, which is Little Children and In the Bedroom, I think it is. I
Mhm.
think that's the name.
Yeah.
Is he the guy who played the Piano Man in Eyes Wide Shut? I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
he is.
Apparently.
He's in the movie Twister. I don't know what role he's in. I've never seen Twister, but I know he's in that film Twister, the 1996 film that's like a disaster film when disaster films were
Oh
popular.
yeah, he plays the Twister.
Yeah. He
It
played
has
the
Philip
Twister.
Seymour Hoffman in it before he was like an art house darling.
Mm.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and there's the movie. I always have to. Now that I have a chance to, I kind of want to bring this movie up. Patch Adams. It's a movie that has Philip
I
Seymour Hoffman in
remember.
it. But it's
I didn't even know
movie, I've
Philip
never
Seymour
seen it,
Hoffman was
so-
in it.
Net, Adam, you've seen it?
When I was like a
very
child, yeah.
Special. It's a very special movie in all the wrong ways. But yeah, it has Philip Seymour Hoffman in it, unfortunately.
Remember
Oh
how
my
they
God.
changed the person who got killed? They changed the gender of that person to make it look like they were the love interest of Patch Adams.
Yeah. Yeah, back when I still watched Nostalgia Critic, that's how I learned of the movie
That's
and
how I learned it
of all
too,
the
yeah.
background details. And like I've watched it once independently of like the Nostalgia Critic, just watched it on my own, and yeah, it's still in my memory. It's like a parody. It's so bad. It's a
14-year-old
really fascinatingly bad movie.
14-year-old.
Oh, sorry, you go on.
It's not that bad.
So like,
I don't know.
I feel like if you want to see an actual good version of Patch Adams, you should watch the movie Awakenings. You know, it's from a bit earlier. It's also
I remember watching it, and I think I need to see it again. It's another Robin Williams kind of inspirational thing.
yeah, and Robert De Niro's performance in it was fantastic. It's definitely worth seeing. You know, it's kind of
I've
cheesy
seen
at
it once.
points,
I'll need to
but
see it again.
yeah, that's like
Nostalgia Critic's so weird. I'm just looking through the
Yes,
Yeah.
I
channel.
never grew up with Nostalgia Critic. I think I can't even remember like what the first YouTube channel, critic channel, that I grew up with. I think it may have been Some Call Me Johnny because I remember his like Sonic 06 video was what got me into like YouTube stuff. I don't know.
AVGN for me.
I like his hat.
And my brother was like huge into Angry Joe, but he doesn't watch him anymore.
I got
Boards of
into
Cinema.
various
You had
stuff,
you have your hand up.
In case study.
Boards of
Nostalgia
Cinema?
All
Critic.
right. Yes. Yeah. There's like a couple things I want to say. So first off, Kiki, you know, if you have like a spoiler things to say about Tar that you want to ask Adam about, you should DM him in the chat. You know.
I mean, I could,
You know-
but it was more so like a bit of an adjacent thought to the whole thing of like old people and movies.
Yeah, fair enough. And the second thing I kind of want to ask about is, you know, how'd you like the new Avatar? How
I didn't.
to the first one?
He didn't like it. He gave it a 4.
Yeah, it was like it was a genuinely frustrating and annoying and boring movie, and then maybe half an hour of it I got like what I wanted out of it, which was like some cool effects. and like
The effects
immersive
were
sort of
awesome
like
at points.
they're like, whoa, I'm in the world, and they're like learning to swim and stuff. Like that was fun. And then there were some satisfying action moments, but like most of the movie was just like you spent all this money and all this time and like 8 writing credits, and this is the story you came up with, and this is what's happening. And it was just like, what the like I knew it was gonna have to be a little dumb based on some observations I made in the trailer, but I didn't realize that was just going to be the whole movie is just like it being dumb and then like half an hour of fun stuff.
Did it make you want to save the planet?
No, it made me want to pollute the ocean.
Yes, I saw it too, and my biggest complaint
Nuclear
was
whales.
I saw Avatar 2 yesterday, and my biggest complaint was I couldn't get past the whole like switch between high frame rate and back to normal frame rate.
I don't know.
It was distracting to me.
It wasn't well because it was like I think one out of every 20 shots was like 30 or 40 FPS, and then the rest of it was like 60 FPS or something. But it was like I don't know why. I don't know if it was. I don't know what happened. Like maybe it was a mistake. I'll have to think about why some shots wouldn't be in the same high frame rate that they were playing the rest of the movie.
If the entire movie technological breakthrough.
If the entire movie was high frame rate, then I wouldn't be minded. But if the fact that it kept switching between it was annoying.
How often would you say it switched for you? Like maybe it's different.
Every like it would be like 2 shots would be like normal frame rate, then it would go to high frame rate shot, and then some other sequences it would differ. It always differed from the movie. I couldn't tell you pinpoint one thing. One thing I am worried about though is like, so you know how after the first Avatar there was 3D kind of came a resurgence. So like every time there was a big movie in 2010, 2011, there was like advertising in 3D. Like I don't know, Toy Story 3 was advertised in 3D, or like The Last Airbender by M. Night was advertised in 3D, and then there's like Saw 3D and shit like that. I wonder though if we're going to see like high frame rate appear in like newer big movies after this.
Well, I don't think that there's as many theaters that are equipped to project it. So I don't know.
I mean, there's
I think you need like special
this,
projectors to do that. I think there's more 3D ones than there are high frame rate ones.
But it took like 13 years to make, and write is embarrassing.
Well, you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, seriously.
That's how I felt.
It's like I think it's just me and Adam who saw it.
Just going off your opinion here.
Yeah.
You should judge your own opinion. You should see it yourself and judge by yourself. I thought.
I don't want to stop people from seeing it. Well, maybe I kind of do.
It's gonna do well. It's gonna do well, I think.
Is it gonna do well enough? Is the question. Is it going to do well enough?
The third one's going to happen no matter what, I think.
The third one theoretically would happen no matter what, because people will feel obligated to see it, I guess. But
well, speaking of James Cameron, I raised my hand for this, but have you ever seen like James Cameron's first ever film, which was
Piranha 1.
Piranha 2, which was like weird that it's his first film. I think he considers it like his worst film because he did it as like there was a lot of studio interference and stuff like that around it or something.
Yeah. Which is like, I mean, it makes Avatar 2 worse knowing like he probably had no restrictions. This is probably exactly what he like. He was probably not pushed in any way by the studio.
He was probably had another George Lucas problem where he had a bunch of yes men around him or something.
Yeah, maybe.
That's my theory, honestly.
But then it's just like, but then it's like, why would you create the most like basic baby like story? The most. It's safe in a way where it's disrespectful to the audience, and it's not just the story itself, but it's like there's certain choices. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. I don't think it is, but there's like. Pretty early into the movie, they just stop speaking Na'vi, and they're like, "Oh, we're speaking Na'vi, but you're gonna hear it as English." So it's like in Mass Effect, how you just have to imagine that, like the Turian. Oh yeah, he says a line like, "I learned Na'vi pretty quick, and I'm so good at it, it might as well be like speaking English." And then it just changes, and then for the rest of the movie, they're just speaking English. I'm like, well. That's kind of that's like the lowest expectations you could possibly have for your audience is like Like, you can't handle more than 45 seconds of subtitles in a movie. Like, what the fuck? That was so annoying. Like the guy created an entire language, and now they're not using it.
Language, and now he's
You
useful?
created an entire language that you're not using now.
What a coward.
Yeah, like whose choice was that? Was that James Cameron's choice? Like maybe he did have restrictions. Like
maybe Disney made him do that or something. I mean,
well,
there is the
Disney
land.
jumped into the picture pretty late into the production, so I don't know. It would have been Fox that told him, right? But then it's like, would Fox have said
Maybe.
that?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there is the Avatar land at Disney that you went to recently. You said I saw the highlight that Sal posted about your Disney vacation. You said that the Avatar ride was awesome.
It was
something.
dope. Yeah.
I would like to
make.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good highlight. I liked it. I would like to do the Avatar ride when I go to Disney next time. I went to Disney earlier this year, and I did like the Millennium Falcon ride, and I had a high frame rates.
Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, it's just seeing all this stuff and hearing all this about, especially around this film, but I could also say a lot of other James Cameron films. It kind of really sours my opinion on him, and it honestly makes him seem really pretentious in the sense of he's banking on people being wowed by the money that's being poured into his projects, and just, it took 13 years to make this movie, and they're like, wow, that was such a long time, so that's definitely going to be a good movie. And it's like, it plants this thing in general audience's head that it's like, this is the product of 13 years and so amount of money, therefore you should love this. This is the pinnacle of cinema.
Yeah,
this is high art.
It reminds me a lot of Boyhood's marketing.
Yeah, and it just doesn't sit very well with me, like in regards to my perception of James Cameron, which is really unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie.
I like James Cameron when he did like his older films. True Lies is like one of my dad's favorite movies or something, and that movie's pretty good. And the Terminator movies, the first two, are also good. And I kind of want to revisit Titanic at some point. Maybe start down a cash recommendation or something like that. But it seems like his most recent films are just kind of an ego piece. Like especially Avatar 2 felt like an ego piece. Like I think it's just me and Adam who saw Avatar 2. I don't know if anybody else in this call did, but it's just me and Adam who saw it.
I'll be seeing Avatar 2 tomorrow, and like Adam, you were saying earlier that you were like criticizing the story for like being too safe and familiar and all that.
It was so stupid.
That's a criticism I've heard of the first film's story as well.
Well, the first film was familiar in the sense that it was like formulated, but the formula is like an effective formula. It was like if the goal of the movie was to showcase and highlight this new world of a person entering the world and being made familiar with the people, the Na'vi, and like the culture and the flying around and the animals and discover, like there's this overwhelming sense of like discovery and magic and wonder of the first movie, and it feels like that was essentially the focus of the film, and the story was just a vehicle to get it there. In this second film, it feels like the focus was just making money. Like it really didn't. I can't watch the movie and think like, oh yeah, this was all about like showcasing the world, because it wasn't.
Tyler.
Like the only what I didn't spoil anything. It was just like,
no, I said Tyler. Look at his profile picture.
I thought you said. Oh, okay. I thought you said spoiler.
That's cute.
That's funny. Yeah.
I know what that is.
I know what that is.
Know what that is.
It's Piano Teacher, I think. Is that correct? Because I've seen that film.
Yeah, it is. It's the Piano Teacher.
You don't have to go into detail.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I saw Piano Teacher. I just don't remember that frame.
Oh, I remember that frame. It's a good frame.
I've only seen Piano Teacher once.
Surprised you don't.
But I recognized it.
Yeah, it just felt like the priority was money and not like showcasing the world. Like it didn't feel like there was any sense of like adventure or wonder aside from like maybe 20 minutes in the middle of the movie where they were learning how to swim and shit.
Yeah, the ocean stuff I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, the ocean, it was all great. The underwater shots looked beautiful, and I loved the tone and sense of adventure and excitement that went along with those scenes, and that was kind of reminiscent of the first film in a way. But the entire rest of the movie was just like, don't give a shit about anybody. You have the worst characters on screen that are just there interacting in ways that I don't care about. It was just so frustrating.
Yeah, I can understand that though. I hated the whole they would use like the kids like Jake Sully and Naturia's kids were like using modern slang like bro or other stuff, and it felt like out of place.
Really?
Yeah, they actually do stuff like that. They don't like make any modern meme references or anything like that. They just use slang. They it's annoying. And I was distracted by it though. And the underwater scenes I enjoyed, but I couldn't. The high frame rate still kind of just distracted me from a lot of it. It was just like I couldn't just get past the whole like they kept switching between the frame rates, and it got on my nerves at certain points. And someone in the chat just said, "How was the music?" The music was pretty good.
Did
Alex,
you say the end of Piano Teacher or
No.
No.
Okay, I know the scene now. I remember that scene.
Alexander, what's up? Your hand is up.
Okay,
So it's just bugging me for a bit. God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Did I just hear some music?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for the new Pinocchio.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw a movie today, and it's not a new movie, but because I know that Adam really likes it, I think I want to ask him a question. It's Requiem for a Dream. I saw it for a second time, and I don't remember where, but I think I saw an argument somewhere that Requiem for a Dream is like the modern day Reefer Madness. That it's just kind of a drugs.
That's yeah, it's not really, no.
I have the 4K Requiem for a Dream. It's a great movie in my opinion.
It is great, yeah. Yeah, that's
that's
a very silly
I
argument.
My dad said I should never watch it because
well, it's disturbing. I'll say that much.
It is disturbing.
It's a very disturbing movie.
It's high anxiety.
Watch it, only if you're prepared. You should prepare yourself mentally, but yeah, I agree with you.
Eat a sandwich before watching it. That's my recommendation, or something like that.
Reefer Madness.
Like the only sorry,
like they thought it was anti-drug propaganda, or
I mean, it might as well be, but it doesn't really matter. Like your movie can still have like a perspective, but that's not all the movie is.
It has a negative depiction of like heroin, but
it also has like a negative depiction of like being addicted to television or like weight loss, It's not just drugs.
Yeah, it's not solely a drug thing. It's more so a film about addiction as a whole.
I'm excited to see The Whale next week. The Whale's coming to my theater next week, thankfully, and I'm going to be seeing that along with Puss in Boots and Babylon next week. Which I'll be
Puss in Boots. My boyfriend wants to see that. To surprise. The Last Wish. When is that out?
Next week on
Wednesday. Oh boy, we could probably see it before I leave.
You had your cat be go and see it with your I don't know. I'm going to be seeing it next week because the animation looks cool. That's kind of why I wanted to see it. I'm just like, I don't know. They clearly took a page from Spider-Verse's animation, I'd say, from that film. And then Babylon, the reviews just came out today, and they're apparently like a lot of people are polarized by it, but I'll judge by myself when I see it next week.
Yeah.
Like the only Darren Aronofsky film I've ever sat down and watched was Black Swan.
That's great.
And
that's a good one.
This one's amazing as well.
What do you think?
When I saw Requiem for a Dream, I didn't know who Aronofsky was, and I didn't make a habit out of watching like art films.
The Wrestler was my first Aronofsky. I watched it for the recommendation.
Nice.
It felt kind of off, but in like an eerie kind of way, like with the throwing the cake in the bin and all that. It was like, this is weird. And the whole thing was she wanted to be perfect and better than Mila Kunis, who was going to play the Black Swan.
I think that might have been the first movie I saw with like a sad ending. Maybe
sad ending.
I was back in high school.
Yeah.
The first one I saw was I saw The Wrestler when it was recommended on Sardonicast. I remember watching The Wrestler as my first Aronofsky, and I remember enjoying it. I've seen as far as Aronofsky's I've seen Wrestler, Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan, and Mother, and I'm seeing The Whale next week.
Awesome.
I want to watch The Fountain though. I know Adam doesn't like The Fountain, but I want to watch that at some point.
You can
Yeah,
watch
The
it.
Fountain looks
I won't
very
stop you.
pretentious to me. Like, there's a lot of other Aronofsky I'd like to see, like Pi and
Need to see that
Wrestler
too.
and all that.
Taylor, your hand is up. What's up?
I was just wondering if The Whale is really movie theater going material, or if that one can just be okay.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
I watched it like literally in an audience full of critics, so I don't know what the average film going experience is going to be like, but I don't know. People were receptive to it there.
I have plans to see it.
I'm seeing it next week. I wonder though if it's going to be another. I wonder though if like Brendan Fraser fanboys are going to go see the movie and realize it's depressing or something.
Well, I don't know. I think people, if they're real
sure they're
fanboys, they would have
expecting
seen the trailer, and the trailer is like a pretty.
I haven't seen any trailers. I've been.
You shouldn't honestly. You shouldn't watch the trailer. It's not like.
I know you
it
did a
would ruin
reaction
the movie,
to it, but I
but
clicked
like,
off of the stream when you
yeah.
did it. When I saw the menu, they played it. When I saw the menu, they played a teaser trailer for The Whale, and I had to close my eyes and my ears and trying to break out the noise.
Do you mind if I like highlight that after I've seen the movie, or?
Sure, I don't care. Are you gonna see it soon?
I clicked off stream too.
So did I.
You can just not edit anything and just highlight it anyway. You can just not watch the highlight but post it.
Maybe. That feels weird to do.
When are you seeing The Whale? Do you have tickets yet?
I think I'm seeing it on like the 20th.
Cool.
Me too. I'm seeing on the 20th, I think. There's like one theater playing it near me, so that's awesome.
Who's got a new movie? Oh yeah, I think Damien Chazelle. It's got
Babylon.
a Christmas
that's
movie
mixed
coming
reviews.
out.
It's getting like incredibly polarizing reviews. People are either loving it or they think it's like the worst thing he's made. It's like 3 hours, I think, and it's coming out next week, and I'll be seeing that for sure.
Yeah, should I drag my parents to see
my
it?
favorite
is the
movie,
question.
so of course I'm going to see whatever he makes. I wasn't
Baby
big on First
Lawn.
Man though.
More like adult lawn.
Yeah, I don't really know what the story's about, but without spoiling anything, it doesn't seem like the kind of movie you'd want to take your parents to.
Why?
You know, it seems kind of raunchy from what I've heard.
I've been told
I
that
took
though,
my
but I've
mom
been
to
avoiding-
see to 10.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
She actually liked it.
Oh yeah, I watched Showgirls with my dad not that long ago. That was
My dad hates the
interesting.
movie Drive. My dad watched the movie Drive on Netflix because expecting it to be like an action movie, and then he ended up hating it because he was bored for the first half, and now the second half was too violent. He hated Drive.
I saw Drive with my dad, and he didn't hate it, but he didn't love it either. He said he'd give it around a 6, and I'd give it around an 8. You know,
I watched Clockwork Orange with my parents when I was in grade.
Oh God!
That was
I
a
also
mistake.
saw Clockwork Orange with my dad. It's like,
yeah, that was not good.
well, he actually liked Clockwork Orange, believe it or not.
It's a great movie. It's not viewing with your parents material, I would say.
There's a lot of movies I love that I would never show to my parents. I would never show my parents like Uncut Gems or something like that.
My dad loved Uncut Gems.
Oh, really?
Uncut Gems.
My dad was not into Uncut Gems. The way I saw it was actually like kind of weird because I went to like the theater with my sister, and before like right when the movie began, some dude was like stalking her.
Oh.
And we had to get him thrown out, and then we like missed most of the movie.
Well, shit.
My both of my brothers wanted to see that movie Violent Night. I went with them. That like Christmas movie where it's like Santa's a murderer or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They liked it way more than I did. I thought Violent Night was average. My biggest problem with Violent Night is the fact that like it does the classic Deadpool thing where it references a Christmas movie and then just replicates it. So like yeah, and it's like so like Die Hard's a big influence, and obviously there's a one without okay, there's like a Die Hard reference in the film that and then they just repeat doing Die Hard. And they also replicate Die Hard 2, and then also like Bad Santa. And there's a scene that's There's a scene that without getting into spoilers, there's a scene that's a tribute to Home Alone that was kind of fun, but then it was just like, wow, this is just like Home Alone, and it was annoying. And yeah, I don't know.
I don't even have that movie on my I know it's a thing. There's zero things about it that made me want to check it out. So
it's not an Adam movie at all. It's just like they enjoyed it way more than I did for sure. I gave it a 5, but because there were some fun action scenes, but it was the humor was bad.
I showed my dad Come and See.
Nice.
Oh.
And then he was like, "Do you usually watch movies this sad?" He was like worried about my mental health.
Wow.
And then he called up my sister and was like, "Don't let her show you this movie."
That's funny.
Another thing that happened recently, I ended up watching both Open Your Eyes and Vanilla Sky before your watch along that you're gonna do tomorrow, Adam. I just watched them on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene in Open Your Eyes
that
my brother walked in. I won't say it, but my brother walked to a certain scene and was like, "Do you watch movies like this all the time?"
That's funny.
And it was funny, but I won't spoil anything. All I'll say is Open Your Eyes is definitely better than Vanilla Sky, but I'm not going to say anything else.
I'd imagine it's better.
Yeah.
There's a new Disney movie called Strange World that nobody's watching and nobody likes.
It's coming on Disney Plus next week, I think. It's coming to Disney Plus next week.
Oh, it's not out yet?
People blaming lack of marketing.
No, it's been out on theaters, but no one saw it. They're still playing in my theater.
Yeah, I swear it was in theaters.
No, it's still in theaters, but they're just, because it bombed so hard, they're just dumping it on Disney Plus soon.
Oops.
I think. Which, I don't know.
This means that original movies can't work, and it has to be a sequel.
Or spin-off. I wouldn't be surprised if, they played a trailer for Elemental when I saw Avatar 2, so maybe they'll play that in theaters. I don't know.
Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, the whole, I don't know if we're past this or not, but yeah, I was thinking about the whole discussion of movies I've shown my dad and this and that. And yeah, it's I think I've gotten better with picking movies that he likes as he's gotten older. Phantom Thread has become one of his favorite movies ever. He told all of his friends about it, so that was cool. Really fun. Yeah, he really liked The Lighthouse and The Northman. Nice. Uncut Gems he's watched multiple times. But strangely, the ones he wasn't so hot on were the ones from back in the day. He hadn't seen, he's seen a lot of films, he is a film guy, but he hadn't seen a Blade Runner or a Clockwork Orange. But his reaction was interesting. He thought they were well-made movies, but he had the attitude of I've seen so much stuff since then like this that yeah, this is where this stuff came from, but it doesn't feel as impressive having seen it now.
Blade Runner left its, fingerprints all over cinema. I understand that one. Clockwork Orange, I don't know if there's still a lot of movies like Clockwork Orange. You could say Funny so Games is almost like Clockwork Orange, but they're still incredibly different.
Yeah, that's true. I think he was referring more so the messaging of it rather than what the film was trying to say.
I still feel it's rather than pretty unique.
Yeah, I know.
It's only in
I'll
its structure.
Talk to him more about it, but yeah, it's
okay.
He likes a lot of other Stanley Kubrick films more.
Mm-hmm.
I remember every year on his birthday, not every year, but multiple times I've taken him on his birthday to see a Stanley Kubrick film in theaters. The first time I saw 2001 was actually with him in a theater, and
awesome.
He saw it back when it first came out, and yeah, so it was a bit of a nostalgic experience for him in that sense.
What's the best movie your dad showed you?
The best movie my dad showed me, I'd say probably The Deer Hunter. I really liked.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of my film journey I've been doing very independently. The thing is, he didn't introduce me to film, but it was a thing if I discovered the whole thing myself, and then my dad's like, "Oh my god, you like films like this too, and then started giving me a lot of recommendations. Like he knows all like the art house directors and this and that. So yeah, it's like we had a lot of overlap, and he gave me a lot of recommendations.
I think
Yeah,
the
he's
best
a big
movie my dad showed me, as normie as it is The Shining. Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
My parents would never let me watch R-rated movies as a kid unless it was something like Die Hard. So most of the movies that my dad showed me were like Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, and like I think his favorite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which here I'll turn my camera on for a sec, because as you can see, there's the poster right there that he gave me as a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, and because he loves Ferris Bueller a lot, and most of the stuff he doesn't really, he's not really an art house guy. I'm kind of like the outsider when it comes to movies, because my brother occasionally goes see movies with me, my older one, and then the stuff I show my parents has to be like more normie stuff, like they love Knives Out though. They did enjoy Knives Out a lot though.
Well,
and I'm gonna show them I'm gonna show them a Glass Onion when it comes to Netflix soon, even though I saw it in a theater.
Knives Out is like pretty universally appealing, I think.
Yeah, so is Glass Onion, I'd say.
Everyone I've seen, everyone I've shown Knives Out to liked it. Same thing.
My grandma loved Knives Out. My grandma saw Top Gun Maverick, even though she doesn't go see movies anymore, really.
Even my mom liked Knives Out, and her tastes are something.
Oh yeah. I gotta cancel my Paramount Plus account before it starts charging me money.
Oh no.
Oh, well, why'd you have it for a certain show or something?
Because I was role playing as a person that has software that allows me to use my sign-in to permanently download shows from certain services. And so I was like, I don't know. I wanted to see if it was better quality for Drawn Together and for Wonder Chosen.
Yeah.
And
is Wonder Chosen HD?
It's not like HD. I think it's slightly better than DVD quality, but it's not HD. And there's one Wonder Chosen episode that was missing, which is funny. So we're gonna watch through it and see why. But it was season 2, episode 2.
Of like, oh, there's racism in this episode,
Probably.
so they're gonna get rid of it or something.
I mean, Wonder Chosen was already. It was always really edgy, so we'll figure out
that's
why.
The appeal of it.
It is the appeal.
Honestly, sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, honestly, I think it would be a massive mistake to release Wonder Chosen in HD if they ever do, because the big part of that show for me, like, is the aesthetic of it, of like the very like 90s, early 2000s children's TV, like the aspect ratio, the sort of almost graininess to it. I found really added to the experience, and I just don't think it would be the same if it were.
You can still release it in HD without losing that quality. Like Xavier Renegade Angel is still released in HD. It's not like remade or anything. They still filmed it on like old television cameras, and like you wouldn't lose that. It would just look less compressed and pixelated.
Yeah, I know, but like think of it like sort of like the thing with Resident Evil 4. I don't know if everyone agrees with this, but I do think that game looks better on older hardware, because like the limitations of the technology sort of works to mask the imperfections.
Yeah, but I'm not watching it on an old TV though.
Yeah, I know, but like you could still play it on like a GameCube or whatever on an HD TV, and it would still have the standard definition limitation on it, right?
I understand that. Like, I prefer watching, for example, Michael Haneke movies. The kind of, I'm not supposed to be watching this quality is added to when I watch it in standard definition. Sorry.
Yeah.
I understand that sometimes the standard definition enhances the experience in one way or another. And yeah, that's all I have to add to that.
Yeah, I was watching when I watched Vanilla Sky. They had like when I went to go rent it off of like a storefront, they like a digital storefront. They had like a 4K option, and it weirdly clashed with the cameras they were using. I'd say it's weird. When
I tried to cancel my Paramount Plus, and they're saying the pop-up says, "Wait, get 1 month free." So they're trying to give me an extra month before I cancel. Why don't I redeem that? And we'll see if there's other stuff I want to.
I have like a 3-month thing for Apple TV Plus, even though I barely used it. I did watch that Jennifer Lawrence film Causeway on it, but that's about it.
Watch Wolfwalkers.
I have the Wolf. I only show you something I got. Hold on a sec.
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
Have fun.
Okay. That's cool. So what's that thing Adam was talking about? Downloading things off streaming services.
I don't know.
Must have been like getting footage for a video or something, if I had to guess.
What's that, Mr. BC?
This is the Irish Folklore Trilogy. It has Wolfwalkers on Blu-ray, and also has what was the other films? Song of the Sea and Secret of Kells. Yeah, I have that. I got it as a birthday present back in February of this year. It was something I asked for, and I was like, yeah, I want this. And actually, I'm going to turn my camera on again because it has a really cool thing with this. It comes with like an art book, and then it comes with like a poster that I can't find. Oh, it comes with like this big ass poster. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, the Wolfwalker stuff.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
that's so hot.
It is a lot. Also, it's an art book, and the DVDs are the way they package the disc are like weird because it's like this little thing with like the white thing, and then it's like for all these, and there's like a bonus disc for like special features. It's a pretty cool package that I have. I really enjoy it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have that too. It's dope. Alexander, what's up?
Placed by phone though.
Okay, so I mentioned before that I mentioned my grandmother before, and I mentioned that a lot of movies don't come out here until like the start of next year. But the 29th of this month, Aftersun is coming out into theaters, and
that's
my god, yes.
There's a movie theater really right near where my grandmother and grandfather live. I'm just wondering, because I want to spend time with my grandparents, but I'm wondering I'm asking those of you who have seen Aftersun if it's appropriate to watch with a grandparent, or is it too dark? Because I don't know what it's about.
It's more confusing than it. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe for them.
It's not like, no, I wouldn't say it's like so bad that a grandparent couldn't watch it. There's some mature subject matter kind of, but it's like not explicit either way.
Yeah.
Like, if I could sort of interject on that.
Go for it.
Like, there's definitely like a ton of like varying emotional themes. It's like it gets really like it's a very thinky sort of movie. It's like it's not like super overt with everything it tries to communicate. A lot of it's really inferred. Connecting to the film can definitely help your experience. Like, I know some people may be bored by it because it's not like a super loud or showy movie. Like, have you seen sort of how the film looks at all?
It kind of looks like a home video, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much so. And I find that really lends to the very personal feeling that the film tries to communicate. Like, I personally really connected with this film. And yeah, like, a lot of people are going to feel a very different way about it. So it depends what kind of film you're looking to watch on that particular day. Like, if you're looking for something a bit more deeply emotional, this and that, Aftersun would be a good choice. But if you're looking for something a bit more light and easygoing, I'd say hold that one off for another day. Then
Okay.
I wanted to see Aftersun. There was I missed my chance because it left the theater that I go to sometimes pretty long ago, and I missed my chance. So I'm just gonna wait for it to come to digital, I think.
Yeah, it was it's honestly probably one of my favorite movies of the year. Like definite top 5, I'd say. And I think I've realized
What's your other ones, like the other 4 in your top 5?
Like Everything Everywhere All at Once is my favorite, then
Me
Banshees
too.
of Inisherin, then Tar, and then I can't decide for my 4th either RMN, Adam, your favorite, or something else. I gave something else a 9, but it's not quite coming to me. Yeah, either that or Aftersun or Vortex I really liked. I think I've discovered that I really like quiet movies that depict things in very realistic situations. And yeah, that's something I can say about Aftersun. It's a very realistic film. It's very grounded. Like even though it feels kind of strange at some points, yeah, it still feels very grounded. And I could say that the same for Vortex. Like, I think Vortex might actually be my favorite Gaspar Noé film, as weird as that may sound. Yeah. Yeah, it's strange because it's so drastically different from his other films.
You could show it to people that don't like Gaspar Noé films.
Yeah, it's like I really like Climax too. Like that's a close second, I'd say. But yeah, I think I just really personally connect with movies like this. And yeah, it depends entirely on you and what kinds of movies you like to see.
Yeah, well, I'm asking if I could see it with my grandmother. So, I mean, I take it as kind of a no.
I suppose, yeah, it would just depend on your mood.
I don't know depends how cool your grandmother is.
I don't think she's cool enough. I'm sorry, Grandma.
Yeah, it's not a basic.
Listening to
it's
this.
not like a basic movie for. It's not like a crowd pleasing movie.
General audiences, you mean?
It's not a general audience's movie, not because it's explicit, but because it's kind of confusing.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like
Funny
my
story.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Can I go first?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't have much to say. Funny story. She actually wanted to go see the movie The Father with me, and I advised her not to. I think that was a wise choice.
Yeah.
She didn't end up seeing. She did not end up seeing it.
Yeah. You can see I put in the chat my 2022 ranking list on Letterboxd if you're anyways curious of my thoughts on the movies I saw this year. But I just thought I'd put in there if you want to see it. My Letterboxd name is Butter743. I would change it to BC467, but it was something I made like earlier before I went with the BC name. But I can't change unless if I do like the paid thing, and there's no way in hell I'm paying for a Letterboxd subscription.
Aether Muse, your hand is up. What's up?
I had 2 things I wanted to ask, but now I have like 3, I think. First thing is, what was that talking about? Downloading things from streaming services?
I was just role playing. I wasn't actually doing it.
Oh, sad there isn't a hack for that. Second thing is, I got this recently. Oh, it's a Junji Ito manga.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Has anyone ever read Junji Ito?
I've read some that have been shared on like image boards or something. I'm pretty sure.
He was going to be involved with PT at one point. He's going to do the feature designs and.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm gonna go cry now.
Yeah, that's actually I found that out on I think an article or something that Junji Ito was involved with it on a YouTube comment as well.
Yeah.
And the third thing is, I'm sorry.
I was going to say Del Toro was supposed to be part of PT also. I think he was going to help with some of the designs in PT. I mean, but then it obviously got canceled, and now it's just not a thing anymore.
Yeah. My mum was my mum was like pissed when it got cancelled because she's a big fan of horror games and Silent Hill and Resident Evil and all that. The third thing I want to say is I know my granny's not cool. Like, whose granny did they mention?
Me. Hello.
Oh, right. Alexander, I know my granny's not that as cool as yours probably is, because I showed her an episode of Big Mouth once, and she vowed never to watch it again.
I was I was not allowed to watch South Park as a kid. My parents were like, no South Park. And then one day, I don't remember how old I was, but I was at my grandmother's house, and she was like babysitting me or whatever, like looking after me. We went to the video store. She's like, yeah, just pick out whatever you want. And I'm like, oh. And so I'd find South Park, and I find the South Park video, and it's just whatever episode, 3 episodes on a VHS or something. And she's like, are you sure? Are you allowed to get that? I'm like, yeah. And then I bring it back, and we both watch it. And it was the episode of like Butters learning to masturbate. And my grandmother was laughing at it. And she was, it was like one of those things where it's like, what's funny is she probably raised like my dad more strictly, but I think just because there's a generation separation there, she was allowed to just be like, this is funny. And I was like, oh, interesting, which is weird because she was like, it's like very much like a church kind of person, you know? It's kind of funny that she was laughing at that.
Yeah,
BC,
my parents.
BC, why do you say I shouldn't watch? Why do you say I shouldn't watch Big Mouth to begin with?
Because Big Mouth is a terrible show. I mean, you can have your own opinions, but I was making a joke. I wasn't being serious.
Well, I like it. But the thing is, I'm attached. I kind of like, not in a creepy way. I'm kind of like, I like the characters in it. Like, yeah. And I have a poster from Redbubble up there, as you can see.
Oh, really?
The Hormone Monster and Andrew and Jesse and all the other characters on it.
Yeah. Don't take what I said personally. I wasn't like trying to be rude or anything. I was it's fine. It was just a joke I was making because Big Mouth just seems like a bad show to me. But you have a lot of your own opinions.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing like cuties. Like some idiots on the internet call it, oh, Big Mouth's pedophilia. This is child porn. You have to understand, like, it's about the context. It's not sexualizing children. It's about like showing them growing up and discovering themselves. It's not pedophilia. It's not.
Yeah.
If it was, then it'd be like Cuties, and Cuties is actual child porn.
Well, I haven't seen either of them, and I don't want to. So
I haven't seen Cuties, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen either.
Cuties looks boring.
I know, but did I say anything wrong?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of those things.
Nah, you're good.
Don't worry about it.
I agree that like I hope I might say something wrong here because we are tackling a very sensitive subject matter, but I agree.
Yeah, I gotta be careful whatever I say. There was actually I don't want to get into it. Never mind.
That's why I was hesitant.
Yeah, I think any subject can be handled tastefully, including sexuality with children. I doubt those two, the show and the movie Cuties, do that, but I haven't seen them.
Cuties looks boring.
Yeah.
It looks like a boring French movie.
French movies are always boring.
That's not true, but it looks like a boring French movie. I've seen enough boring French movies to know what a boring French movie looks like, and that's what it looks like.
But here's a joke, though. Scoot would like it.
Probably. Yeah, it's probably his favorite movie.
No, his favorite movie is Soul Man. You reacted to that trailer yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure he sees that movie. If he hasn't already. But if he has seen it, then I'd expect him to have mentioned it at some point. So I feel like he hasn't. I feel like the fact that I've never heard him talk about it means that he hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, I know how like harsh you are with movies and TV shows, so I'm kind of thankful you haven't seen Big Mouth because
I don't think I would enjoy it.
Hey, you can enjoy Big Mouth. I don't know. I feel bad for saying like the whole like you shouldn't watch in the first place, but I wasn't being serious. But
okay,
I feel bad
it's fine.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Just okay.
You're
So
fine.
yeah, I liked the first season and the second season. I thought those two were the best parts of the show, but the later parts of the show are fine. But I feel like the show is just about to like end now because it's on its way out, you know. But I did like season 1 and I did like season 2.
Oops. So we got Babylon. What else is coming out soon?
Puss in Boots.
The Whale.
Babylon, Puss in Boots. The Whale's already out. Stupid. I've seen it. I'm just kidding.
I'm seeing all 3 of them next week. I thought Woman Talking was coming out next week, but it's coming out. It's getting a wide release in January. Woman Talking is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll probably.
Oh yeah, that's
be
right.
For
The Whale
Oscars.
does have a limited release right now.
But
I completely forgot about
that. New Will Smith movie Emancipation, is that out yet?
But yeah, it is. It's on Apple TV Plus. It came out last
Is it?
week.
Oh really? I could watch it.
Yeah. You also got to do Del Toro's Pinocchio. I saw Del Toro's Pinocchio in theaters and I liked it.
How far
I
out
imagine
are we
I'd like
looking at
it.
in terms of movies coming out?
What?
How far out are we?
I was just like
discussing in
trying to
terms
think
movie
of like
coming
what's coming out this year or maybe January, I guess. But I was just trying to see what's
'cause I was gonna
still
say,
left
like,
in
Barbie and
2022.
Oppenheimer.
What were you saying?
You got Babylon, you got Puss in Boots, you got with the Whale, and that's about it.
Baby
There's also
Lung.
the new Noah Baumbach White Noise. There's
Yeah.
Noah, White Noise. My brother got to see filming of White Noise. Actually, they filmed it on the university he's at. So they got to see.
That comes out
filming
like
of the new
Christmas,
Noah
right?
Baumbach. On New Year's, the day before New Year's Eve on Netflix.
Okay.
Although it might get a limited theatrical release next week, though. But it's coming to Netflix on the 30th.
Oh yeah,
White Noise.
Megan is coming out in January.
January
Everyone's
6th is going to
favorite.
be the most eventful thing that happened on January 6th.
Mithrigan is going to be dope.
It's gonna sell 3 McGillian tickets.
Yeah.
Also, the new M Night next year in February, Knock on the Cabin, and then there's, I think, Saw X is coming out next year, which is going to be Adam's guilty pleasure thing because it's got Kevin Gruner and Tobin Bell back.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the Mario movie.
The Mario film,
That's in
I guess.
April.
That's in April. It's in April. Saw X is October, I think. And then there's Cocaine Bear next in February as well. And then there's Shazam 2, I think. I'm seeing that because I like the director, David F. Sandberg. He's coming in March.
I said Shazam 2. I thought
yeah,
you said Shazam 2 for a second. I was like, Shaquille
No,
O'Neal still has a movie career?
No, that's for the Shazam 2. DC's lineup is like going to be so weird because they just announced they're rebooting it with like a young Superman, but they still have the movies coming out next year in that same universe. You got Shazam 2, which I'm excited for, I guess. The Flash, which we'll see how that goes. Blue Beetle, I don't care about, and Aquaman 2.
Mm.
And 2 of those movies have canceled people in it. What?
There's just the funniest part about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial is like an audio recording of like they're arguing, and I think she was like, "No, I've got so much going for me. What do you have? Nothing." And he just like you can just hear Johnny Depp like drunkenly say Aquaman, and that's all I think of now. I can't think of Aquaman without hearing Johnny Depp saying Aquaman. Aquaman. There was a part in the Avatar 2 movie.
Fucking Aquaman.
There was a part in the Avatar 2 movie where someone was saying, "Get me out of here," and I almost lost my shit.
Oh, because of the Saw thing.
It's ruined it. I want to ruin it for more people now to share my pain. Because every movie has like a "Get me out of here" moment now. Like almost every movie has a "Get me out of here" part.
Oddworld had it too. Like when Abe is in Rupture Farms and he's shouting, "Get me out of here!"
Yeah.
and all that.
I didn't do anything.
Even I think I do a pretty good Abe impression, but I don't do it around people.
It's better than what
Lauren
Lanning is currently doing.
So I'm actually looking at more movies coming out next year. Some notable ones. The new Martin Scorsese's next year, Killer Flowers of the Moon or something like that. I think that's Apple TV Plus. The new Ari Aster that just got renamed. I forget what it's called now.
Beau is Afraid.
Bayo's Afraid. Yeah, I got.
We
that
need to
creepy
talk
poster that's
about
coming out next year.
Beowulf.
But
I
also,
think Yorgos
Willem
Lanthimos has a new
Dafoe
movie next
Inside is
year.
coming out.
Sorry,
What'd
what?
you say?
The new
Dafoe.
film Inside, not the Play Dead game.
I'm just
not
like-
the Bo Burnham thing.
Yeah, there's
The
too many movies
Willem
called
Dafoe
Inside.
one.
There's like 2 other movies called Inside too.
Yeah.
So
But
what
yeah,
the
this
fuck is
movie
this?
seems
Just
fun.
it's Willem Dafoe, and that's the whole. I guess there's a trailer I could
He's
react to.
basically an art thief and he gets trapped inside of an exhibit that he's trying to rob. Or something like that. Or a private
sounds fun.
collection, rather. Yeah, it looks fun.
I like Willem.
I think
What was the
Yorgos
best?
Lanthimos has a new movie next year called Poor Things. That's
Yeah.
going to come out next year. It says it in
Yeah.
post-production, so it must be next year. Probably around like film season time. It's going to get some notoriety, and it's got pretty much everyone that worked on The Favorite is working on Poor Things, so that's cool.
And also, Yorgos is making a new film called And.
Huh.
Yeah, just
I assume
And.
Poor Things is going to be next because that's in post-production, I think. So it's probably going to be like a film season movie. And I
Yeah,
think in
that's
June,
closer.
And I think in June we're getting the new Wes Anderson Asteroid City. So that's cool.
Kiki,
And,
what were you? You have your hand up?
no.
Yeah, it was more just a brief thought. I'm here to confirm that The Whale actually is just 2 hours of that one still frame. That's
Okay.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Taylor, what's up?
That's
I just wanted to praise what I think is one of the best shows I watched this year so far as the season of White Lotus. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that, but
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I loved it. I just
Really
think it's
good.
one of those shows where it's just firing all cylinders with the music, the acting, cinematography, and it's really low commitment too. It's only
The
7
White
episodes.
Lotus.
Yeah.
Is it HBO?
Yeah, it's on HBO. It's a
Yeah,
HBO
it's a great
original, but
format.
on HBO Max.
Yeah, I watched it in Crave in Canada, but
Ew.
it's 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 I love the theme of the show is like every season's a different White Lotus hotel with a different cast of characters.
Okay.
And it's just it's really good social commentary and all that stuff, and it's funny and anxiety inducing, and the music is awesome. Like just watch the theme, like the intro theme, and it perfectly sets the tone of the show. And yeah,
Okay.
no commitment.
I've
but
watched
yeah,
listed it.
Yeah, I
Hell yeah.
love the Australian guy in the first season. He was like my favorite character.
hmm
So
How's
fucking
it going?
funny. Like oh, who?
You.
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
how's it
doing
going?
alright. I missed like 3 of these. I missed like
That's
3
fine.
of these because
No, you missed 2 of them. You missed the October and the November one.
Yeah, I did not to ramble, but I did pretty much kind of the same thing as you, but like fully committed, Adam. Like I've moved to the States.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I already mentioned that. So
Yeah.
I've done
You're
the
in
whole
New
moving
York.
thing. But I thought that was crazy. I watched your live stream thing where you said like you were moving, you're like going back and forth. I used to do that, and like I was like, oh damn. So you're on the journey of the. Do you have like an ESTA? Is that what they're called?
I have no idea
In
what
Canadian
that is.
visa?
No, I'm
okay.
no,
So
yeah,
ours is
it's
called, like, a ESTA.
I'm right now. I'm just visiting and I'm applying for residency.
Oh wow, replying.
Yeah.
You enjoying Georgia though? Is it fun?
There's stuff, yeah. I need to probably get a car. It's easier to do things with a car here. Public transit isn't as great as Vancouver, but
Because it's America, we have shit transportation.
exactly.
points.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
even
but I'll
New
figure that
York's
out.
is really bad.
Hmm?
Even New York's is really bad. And
Yeah,
even
it
though
seems
it's
like it.
one of the busiest public transport. It's awful. Like it's so. I had no idea where I'm going half the time.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yes.
So you watched? Did we already talk about Avatar? I'm sorry to.
Me and Adam saw it. I don't know. Did you see it, Jack?
No, I didn't want to go to the premiere because I was worried because it was New York. I was worried that like too many people would be there and be like screaming and shouting, and I'm not really into like the people that go woo, and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
You don't want the Marvel
I'm
crowd.
waiting to be patient. Yeah, I don't know
People
what the
clapped
Avatar
at the
crowd's
end
like, and I don't.
when I saw it.
My theater was completely silent. There was a trailer they played for this movie called 65 with like Adam Driver, and there were some kids in the theater, and they had to like cover their ears and stuff throughout most of the trailers. The film itself, they were fine, and I don't know. There was a baby during someone in my theater when the trailers were playing. He shut up when the movie started, but when the trailers were playing, sorry, my vocab's all over the place. When the trailers were playing, there was like a baby in my theater, and they were annoying, but they eventually quieted it down right before the movie started and stuff. I went to like a really big theater though, so that's maybe a big reason why. And I went like the earliest showing I could find for Avatar 2. So it's just me and Adam who saw it right now, and I liked it kind of, but Adam didn't.
No.
Yeah, I saw the rating on Reddit.
I was maybe the only person on the planet that was even remotely excited for it.
No, you got the 5 other people from the John Wilson Avatar fan club.
Yeah.
They need to make a part 2 of that episode. They really do. I would love to see that in season 3 or
Follow
something.
up,
Maybe
yeah.
that'd be a
He
great
goes
idea.
to the theater with them.
They're in
That
blue
would be
cosplay.
awesome.
There you go. That's what they could be in. They could be in paint themselves blue.
Damn, I should have went to opening night in New York. Maybe John Wilson would have been there if he did follow the fan club people. Damn.
Wealth of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also I also watched Bardo before coming on this Patreon Hangout. I didn't like it that much. I gave it like a 5. It was frustrating to me. It's easily my least favorite Iñárritu film of the ones I've seen. I haven't seen Babel, Beautiful, or 21 Grams, but I've seen The Revenant, Birdman, and Amos Perros, and I love Amos Perros and The Revenant.
Those are all good.
Birdman is really good, and then this one, it just felt like I was just bored most of it. But there was some good aspects I liked about it. The cinema, it looked great, I will say that.
Yeah, he's great at cinematography.
And great soundtrack also.
Yeah, I'm looking at this poster for 65.
Because I mentioned it.
Well, somebody asked me to like react to the trailer at some point. Now I'm thinking I will because it's unlikely that I wasn't sure who directed it or anything. And it's like from the writers of A Quiet Place, which is like the writing was the worst part about A Quiet Place.
Does the poster looks like one of those straight to DVD like dinosaur versus giant ape things?
This looks like something that zero people would be talking about if Adam Driver wasn't in it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally just like the actor is gonna make people watch it, and that's it.
Do you think he had a what's his name? Bill Murray moment where he thought like he got tricked into it, like with Garfield?
No, it's probably just money.
Like, oh, money. Oh.
Money, fame, yeah, you got all that stuff.
Yeah, Adam Driver can make people watch things. If he's like this lead role in something.
He's good in some stuff. I liked him in Patterson a lot, and he's great in Marriage Story, and he's going to be in the new Noah Baumbach White Noise.
Yeah. That one seems a little divisive too. I haven't seen it yet, but
I'm seeing him because like my brother got to see filming of it, and he's going to be like, "Oh, I recognize the location, so we're going to see it." That's why I'm going to watch it.
I still haven't seen Annette, and I'm still not excited to.
I didn't like it.
I don't like the director.
Yeah, he sucks.
Thanks.
He's ass.
If you watch like Tokyo is one of the most frustrating movies because it's a 3-director movie and they each direct a segment, and the other 2 are Bong Joon-ho and Michel Gondry, and the other 2 are great, and he just Leo Carax, or however you say his name, just fucking ruins his segment. And it's like 1/3 of the movie is just like unbearable, and the rest of it's really good. So it's a very frustrating film.
Is the first half good or the last half is good?
They're thirds. I don't remember which third.
Oh,
I think it was in the middle that he fucked up. I don't remember.
I actually quite appreciate how you didn't go up like irritating Bong Joon-ho and just took a video of him and said, "Oh hell yeah, that's Bong Joon-ho." And I appreciate that you did that because I was watching something that showed you took a video of Bong Joon-ho.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to when someone's being swarmed, I don't feel the need to contribute to the swarm.
People like that are rabid.
Like what?
They're rabid. People like that who go, oh Beyonce. They're rabid. They're absolutely.
Yeah. They can be.
I'll never understand simp culture. I'll never understand that kind of crowd. Like even people I like in the film industry, I would never be like, oh yes. I don't know. I just go see their films and that's about it. Like if I ever saw like a director I like Damien Chazelle or Park Chan-wook, I'd just be like, oh, that's cool, I met them, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I met them or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I would rather have like if I'm the only person there and I see them and it's like a better environment, then I'll say hi. But otherwise, you're not really getting much of an experience out of interacting with someone if there's like a lineup to do it. I find.
Did I say his name right? Bong Joon-ho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh right, just making sure. Like I don't want to say like Sasu instead of Zazu.
County out.
I think it's I don't know. I'm sure it sounds slightly different in Korean, but it's kind of like the B sound is kind of like mixed with a B and a P, so it's like bong, bong.
Oh.
But I'm not Korean, so I don't know. Director Bong.
Bing bong.
Yeah.
Bong.
Kiki, what's up?
Oh yeah, so I also saw Bardo last month, and I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like just good.
More like Bardo.
More like Fardo.
Yeah, more like Barfo.
Yeah, like I thought it was well paced despite the length, but it didn't help that I had to pee for basically half the movie. And it was almost 3 hours long. But I found that a lot of its themes to be very meaningful. I was worried that it was gonna be another sad old man movie because I've been seeing a lot of those.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I don't like sad old man films. In fact, a lot of my favorites are sad old man films, like the stuff Charlie Kaufman makes.
The saddest old man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the king of sad old man films. Yeah, and then
Charlie Kaufman is a sad
I thought it
old
was
man.
quite meaningful during a lot of the movie. But I did feel like it did kind of border on pretentious at some points, and it tried to sort of address that, if you know what I mean. But
I mean, I feel like so I'll watch it a second time, and we'll see how I feel about it. I feel like it definitely does address it without spoiling anything. It definitely does provide justification.
And I
for
didn't
that.
like how they did it.
Yeah,
I thought that ruined the film for me.
Really?
Not ruined it, but I felt the way they did it. I was very mixed on it.
Okay.
And I felt like the film would have been a little bit better had they not done that.
Yeah. Okay.
I wish
I'll
liked
see
Bardo.
how
I really did.
I'll see how I feel about it on a second
Yeah,
watch.
I mean, I think it's a necessary second watch film for me. Anyway, if you don't like it,
a second time,
then you don't have to watch it a second time.
I'd be willing to watch a second time, even though I didn't like it at all. Really, I don't know.
Sorry.
But I understand where you're coming from. Adam, are you gonna do a watch along for Bardo for your second watch, or?
I don't know.
I know you're doing a Vanilla Sky and Open Your Eyes tomorrow. I didn't know you're gonna do Del Toro's Pinocchio tomorrow, or something.
We'll see what happens.
All right, because I saw Del Toro's Pinocchio in the theaters. I was lucky to see it in theaters, and I enjoyed it. I haven't seen. The thing is that I have a unique perspective because I haven't seen any of the other Pinocchios that came out this year, like the Russian Father one, and then the Disney one that came out that was terrible. I just went into this as like a own film, and I thought it was pretty good.
The Pauly Shore one was so funny.
What?
It's a funny bad movie. The Pauly Shore one.
I'd be willing to watch that one as like a meme, but I didn't want to watch the Disney one.
There's a water fountain so badly animated that I just call it the cum fountain.
Yeah.
What's the Pinocchio where like it has the kid from Lion King in it? I think that's the.
J.D. McCrary or the other
No,
one?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It was
Oh.
called
Yeah.
the Adventures of Pinocchio or something. 1996.
I watched
90?
that one, and that one was horrendous.
Did
I
we
only
do a
put it
watch
on 'cause
along
of
for
the-
that
We
one,
did.
Adam?
I
or-
did.
Oh, you
Mm.
did? Oh, damn! I should have watched it.
I missed that one, I
I
guess.
didn't know.
I can't
I
wait
did
to
the
see
one
Del
for
Toro
like
one.
the Pauly Shore one, the 2022 like dog shit one,
Mhm.
and the 2002
Masterpiece.
Roberto Benigni one, which I couldn't finish because it gave me a headache. It was a very annoying movie.
Did it give you brain cancer? Because I'm worried it might.
Maybe.
Maybe it might fuck you. I'm glad I decided not to watch the other ones. Maybe I might watch the Paula Shore one for a meme, but I'm glad I was able to judge Del Toro's Pinocchio on its own right, and I still liked it. It was pretty. It's not. I mean, it's my favorite thing about it is the fact that like the animators apparently were like treated well. I think that's good,
Mhm.
and they were like given proper credit, which is something you don't see in a lot of films. And
Thank God.
I don't know.
I also did
which
the
is really
one
nice.
for
What?
like the original Disney one, which was
What the 40s one?
yeah, it was whatever.
That's one of my favorite movies.
So we got like 30 minutes before I got to set up for the God of War thing.
Yeah.
And usually when I do the end of the hangout and I go through everybody one by one and do questions and comments, it sometimes takes around that long. So we can start that now, and then we'll see if there's like time left over at the end of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read everyone's name in the order that I see, and everybody, if you have like a question or comment, let me know. So Alexander. And I can always come back to you if you
Well,
don't
I
have
don't
anything.
really have anything to say. Just you're awesome and do well and move and have fun in life and stuff like that. And I'm gonna go.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you for the support.
coming, Alexander.
Happy holidays.
Nice being here, Alex.
Have fun.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh god damn it, I forgot. Oh yes, I was basically saying I have not seen the new Pinocchio, but I already know it is insulting.
But why? But
Zemeckis.
don't explain how it
Zemeckis
is
one?
then. Don't.
I won't.
Okay.
I've not even seen
Because
it.
I haven't.
But I will say Robert Zemeckis is now my John.
Oh, that
Favreau.
new Pinocchio. Okay. Because you
The
have
one
to
that I haven't watched,
specify the
actually.
Robert Zemeckis Pinocchio, because there's a newer Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio. So the Robert Zemeckis one isn't the newest Pinocchio.
In fact, I have a song that a short song inspired by your song. It goes like this: "My name is Robert Zemeckis, and I'm here to say hello. My
Oh, no.
movie's bad, it makes Beth mad, and I'm here to say hello."
Perfect.
No, but at least it had
Banger.
bullshit.
Muy bien.
Thank you.
I said at least I say hello again. That's embarrassing.
Hold on,
No,
hold on
Zemeckis
one
is just
second.
At least it had dog
I
shit.
just got to do one thing. Hold on.
Zemeckis is such a weird director. He went from
Little
like some of
bit.
the best movies ever made. It's like to like now making dog shit like Pinocchio and what was that like one movie with like Steve Carell that was like with the dolls? I can't remember the name of. He just makes like dog shit movies nowadays.
Is that the one where he went to court? Is that the one where it ended in a
Yeah,
court?
that one. I haven't seen it though, but it just looks like shit.
I only watched the ending. I watched the ending and I was like I caught the last end of it with a friend and I was like, yeah, I don't need to watch the rest to know what this movie is like. Like the ending sums up. I
forget. Did he also do Mars Does Moms or
No, he was the same-
Does Moms?
No, he didn't.
Mars
do that
Does
movie.
Moms.
He didn't do that film. I think he produced it, but he didn't direct it. He I don't know.
He also made that one
style,
movie, and
wasn't
I'm
it?
thinking of ending things.
Oh yeah,
that was good.
the movie in a
Did
movie.
that one have a title?
I don't think he did direct that though.
No, he
I think they're just making fun of him.
No, they just
Yeah,
they
he
threw his
apparently
name
got
on there as a
permission.
goof. The credit is actually from the film Contact. And I think Kaufman said something along the lines of, it seems like something Zemeckis would make,
Yeah.
but also too goofy to be something he would make, so it's perfect.
The shade.
Yeah. Jack.
I guess
We can come back to you if you don't.
I don't know if I have a. Yeah, come back to me. I don't even know if I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, before I'll just try again. My movie's bad. It made Beth mad, but at least it had Pinocchio huffing dog shit.
Nice.
That's the Robert.
He does do that in the movie, and all the YouTubers love using it as their thumbnails.
I think I'm just gonna use the blue fairy as my thumbnail, because then that will get clicks. Because some people will expect that we'll be mad at it, even if we're not.
Yeah, racist will expect.
Or just honest John, because
that one did get some clicks. Yeah,
your audience
I do
is
have
all
some
furries
furries
anyway.
in my audience.
So.
Yeah.
I'm not a furry, but I like Adam.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just mad at Disney. I'm sorry. Like, Disney's a shit company.
It is a shit company.
I hate them now.
Or maybe you could do like my style of thumbnail, where I just throw whatever the fuck I want to onto it.
I'm a
just
fan of
Fairy and John.
I just do lazy thumbnails. I'm fine with my lazy thumbnails.
I don't know if I'd say my thumbnails are high effort.
No,
though.
you
They're more
have to do
effort
the
than I
David
usually put
Pacman
in.
Thumbnails.
At least your thumbnails
Do
are
the
funny.
David Pacman.
You
David
do like
Pacman?
stretch faces.
Yeah, do the David Pacman thumbnails.
Oh, where you
And
like
then you'll
have
get
huge
clicks.
text in it?
yeah.
No.
It'll just say, I can't believe this movie's so bad.
I'll put Donald Trump in the thumbnail.
I can't believe you committed suicide.
No matter what. Did anybody see the Donald Trump NFC announcement? That was just
yeah.
They sold out.
Yes.
We're gonna keep going through the list of names
I
here.
don't know if
All
it's
right.
true, but I heard a rumor they're not even like minted to the blockchain.
That's funny.
Nobody
Nobody's just selling JPEGs.
Even like Trump fans are not even okay.
Tyler.
I wanted to throw some recommendations your way, and then
Sure.
I'll FO.
Sure, I can.
I know your list is a billion miles long, but
That's fine.
What happened was in 1994 with Tom Noonan.
Yes, I think that might be on my list. Let's see.
Okay, yeah, Charlie Kaufman recommended it.
Yes, yeah, it is on my list.
When I had some money about a year ago, I had the Criterion Channel, and it was on there.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch those.
Cool. A married couple. I don't know if you heard of that. It's a Canadian documentary. I think it was 1969 or so.
Okay.
There's like a change in household dynamics. Divorce rates were going up, kind of thing.
Okay.
Kind of culture.
It was not on my watch list, but it is now.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of my favorite documentaries. Check it out.
Okay, great.
And then I don't know if you've ever heard of Giuseppe Makes a Movie. Has anybody here heard of that? It's really underseen, I think.
How do you spell it?
Giuseppe. Giuseppe. In the vein of
2014?
American movie, I suppose. Yes, sir. And really cool. It just this guy was had a really hard life. He was his dad was actually a session musician, played with Bee Gees and all these other disco acts. And somewhere along the line, he kind of lost touch with everything. And
okay.
He and Giuseppe would live in vans and outside of grocery stores and stuff like that. Anyways, Giuseppe got picked up for a commercial, and he had a bit of an acting career after that. And most notably, this movie called Detroit Rock City about these kids trying to get into a Kiss concert. Not the best, but anyways, this guy would take $1,000 budgets and make his own wacky little independent movies. And this documentary just covers the process of it. It's really worth watching, I think.
I'll watch it.
Cool.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
well, that's it for me. Thanks much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Taylor.
Hey, everybody. I just wanted to say good to see everyone again. I also missed the last, 3 months, but I always enjoy watching them after the fact, and it's good to see everybody again and some new people I haven't met yet. So hello.
Hello. Good to see you.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Adam, are there any holiday movies that aren't necessarily good, but you're always
Jingle all the way.
nostalgic
Jingle
for?
all the way.
I mean, yeah,
Jingle
I was
all the way.
debating doing like a. So I got the Jingle All the Way Blu-ray, and I was like, should I do a Adam and Pals to it? And then I was like, I don't know if that would work well, so I didn't. But I might do like a watch along or something. That's something that I'm
That'd
like
be great. I'd
nostalgic
be willing
for.
to do that.
It's just a dumb comedy.
Yeah, it
It's
seems like something I would
underrated.
want to watch just only to remember that I watched it when I was a kid, sort of thing. So I don't
My
know if
mom
it
absolutely
worked great.
loves Elf, which, funny enough, it is Jon Favreau, but I don't know.
Everybody
And then
seems to love Elf. I wasn't a huge fan.
my mom
I
loves
never
it,
liked
so
Elf.
I liked it at the time.
It's
I haven't
decent,
even
I'd
seen
say. I don't know. The biggest thing about Elf was like before he did Lion King 2019. There's an interview you could find of Elf where he says that he wanted the CGI to age well in Elf, so that's why there's like the stop motion stuff in the beginning, and it's just so funny when you look at how poorly aged the 2019 Lion King CG is.
Did they just force perspective in that too? I think pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. So
Yeah, I'm
it's
sure
like
there's
it's
some
so
good
funny
stuff
he
in
went.
it. I'm not a huge fan of voice crack. I'm not a huge fan of Will Ferrell. I'm still going through
Will
puberty.
Ferrell's annoying.
He's
I'm
like
31.
not good John C. Reilly. He's like
John
if
C. Reilly is much
Reilly
better,
had,
yeah.
like no talent.
He's fine in a Lego movie, I guess.
Megamind's good. I like him in Megamind, but that's about it.
I still haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta head to work. Bye, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye, Taylor.
Thank you.
Bye, Taylor.
Brazil is also a good Christmas movie. I like Brazil.
I love Brazil.
Brazil.
Die Hard's also a good one if
Yeah.
you wanted to go with that route.
Yeah.
The Revenant is my favorite.
Now I'm
Christmas
like,
movie.
fuck. There's like.
What about The Shining? That's a good Christmas movie.
Dare I? I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to recommend on the podcast next time because I think it's mine now.
You just got Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs 4K.
I know. You're right. So I feel like I have to, but then it's like Brazil's a Christmas movie. Then it's like I don't know.
We already talked about Brazil in like a question one time and how awesome it was. Maybe it'd be pointless to do one if you just already answered it in a question one episode.
I don't know if that makes it pointless.
Take place on Christmas.
I don't know. I love Brazil though. I have the Criterion.
Brazil's great.
Mhm.
BC 467. Do you have a question?
Yeah,
or
well,
comment?
I have only this time. I only have like one question, and so it's actually a Sardonicast related question. So next February is going to be the 5-year anniversary of Sardonicast. Do you, Ralph or Alex, have anything planned for the 5-year anniversary
Next
of
what?
Sardonicast? February.
Wow.
Yeah, I kept track. So yeah, next February is going to be the 5-year anniversary of Sardonicast. I was thinking like maybe you guys have something planned for that anniversary, or
No, because I didn't even know it was happening. But
Yeah,
maybe we
it's
can
in
talk
February.
about it.
I just thought I'd put that idea out there.
Let's see. Wow, you can't sort videos by old anymore.
No.
You have to scroll all the way. YouTube's fucking stupid.
Thanks, YouTube.
Let's remove these features.
Remove
It's
features
just
that
maybe
everyone's-
it's because they're like, well, all of our YouTubers are getting canceled for the old stuff, so if nobody sees it.
Shane Dawson.
That's not a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, they got rid of the dislike button, so
Make it harder for people.
Yeah.
Ex-YouTuber called someone an attack helicopter back in 2012.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, I would assume that that's part of it, but okay, what was I just looking
Maybe.
up? I'm
You're
such
looking
a
at the first episode of Sardonicast for the 5-year
yeah. Okay,
anniversary that I
yeah.
just mentioned.
So I'll write that down. I wasn't planning on it, but
I figured I'd just mention it because I just thought it'd be an interesting idea to bring up. I don't know. I really don't have anything else, honestly. I usually do recommendations like a movie or game recommendation, but I don't have anything really right
Sure,
now,
that's
honestly.
fine.
So maybe next Patreon hangout I might have something, but not today.
Mm-hmm. That's all good.
So yeah.
I'm gonna have to like get a coffee or something for my stream.
What, a coffee?
Well, I'm just like I'm in a new time zone, and so I'm kind of getting used to it. And I think,
You're in the same time zone as me because it's Eastern time, but that's the same time zone I'm in. So welcome.
Oh, is it 2:30 then for you guys?
Yeah, it's 2:30
It is
for
2:30
me.
at the moment.
It's
I don't know.
7:29 for me because I'm in Scotland.
Scotland.
All right.
You're in the good part of the UK.
Is that what they call
My
it?
mum says. That's what my mum says.
Yeah.
What makes it the good part?
Because
So a lot of you go.
Like,
You're from there. Sorry.
England is, according to my mum, England is kind of a shithole.
That's what
because
everybody
there's a
who
lot
lives
of-
in England says.
Yeah.
Everybody from England calls it a shithole.
Yeah.
Like they literally use that word.
Yeah, there's
But
a lot
it's
of
my
crime.
shithole.
And let's see what else there. Oh yeah, you know how people evict your, like, take away all your stuff if you don't pay rent. We don't do that in Scotland.
Oh.
They do it in England.
Do you give them $1 million if you can't pay rent?
In America, you would have to.
No, does the government give you money?
Well, I don't
wouldn't
know, but I get this thing called universal credit because I'm autistic. I
Mhm.
get like money every Sunday
That's nice.
from the government. I want
Sunday?
universal credit.
They took actually, to add to your England argument, they took mine away. They said autism wasn't a good enough reason for
Nice.
when I was like 18. They were like, "Oh, you're
Great.
18 now, you're fine." So they took it away, and I was like, and I am like on the lower half of the spectrum, so it hasn't affected my life. But I was thinking in my head, I was like, damn, like the people I knew growing up who can't even like no offense to them, but like can't even like they're too they can't even
Not
like
as high functioning.
go out and do yeah exactly, like they really need that money, but the UK government's like, do you really need it though? Like like it's
I am paranoid about losing my like checks eventually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just keep voting Republican. Then obviously the government spending will be good.
Yeah.
I was saying it's kind of weird because I'm 21 and I still get my universal credit. Maybe it's because I'm on like high functioning. I don't know.
All right, let's we gotta go through some more question stuff here. Hold on. Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, so I guess for like a last thing, I actually finally got around to seeing Holy Spider. I saw it the same day as Bardo. And yeah, I can pretty much say with confidence that this is probably one of the most significant Iranian films ever created.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of ballsy.
Like, it's super ballsy. Like, especially
what's going on in Iran right now. It's pretty
yeah,
ballsy
exactly.
to do it.
Like,
I mean, a movie was made
even...
before like the protests started, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So that's
like,
just kind of weird timing.
What's it called?
Timely.
Holy Spider.
Holy Spider. It's actually going to be playing in my theater next week.
I'm checking out.
Yeah.
Not next week, next month,
like,
I meant.
I thought, like, the film was very gripping. I thought all the acting was fantastic. Interestingly enough, like, it's actually quite faithful to the actual events that it's based on. Although there's like one aspect of it that was left out, but in my opinion makes for a stronger film and sort of strengthens what the film is trying to say through its messaging, and ultimately makes for a better film. Like, yeah, it's like, it was interesting because there were actually a number of other Iranian people in my audience, and during certain scenes, they were like audibly shocked to see like scenes of violence or sexual content, because it's like, that's just not something you see in a lot of Iranian films. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It wasn't,
like,
I mean, like, yeah, do we call
Strangers-
it an Iranian film is the question.
Yeah, it's like it is, but it was, funnily enough,
made by people who
another side
don't
of
live in Iran right now, because it would be stupid to.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even think this film's being distributed there, especially since Mashhad, I believe the city is named, like, that is a holy city. So it's like, I'm pretty sure this film would get Ali Abbasi in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
and
it would even if like the protest stuff wasn't going on. I don't think the film would ever come out in Iran. Honestly, I think that they would.
Fuck no. Yeah, and it's like it was strange because this is a bit of a weirder thing, but for some reason, hearing people having sex while speaking Iranian set off a bit of an uncanny sort of feeling in my mind. It's
that's funny.
I'm not supposed to be seeing this. Yeah, it was like in my mind, it's just like, oh, this feels a bit strange. And on the other hand, it's like, I know exactly why the fuck I feel this way, and it's the funniest thing ever.
That's funny.
So yeah, I loved Holy Spider. But yeah,
I'm gonna see it next month, hopefully.
All right, have fun.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining. Bye bye.
I don't know. I might see it. Whatever.
I'm gonna mention. So we usually have the YouTube chat on the side of my screen, and I just noticed now. I'm like, how come I didn't see any? And because I guess because I'm on a new setup, I had it set to. It automatically set itself to top chat and not live chat. So now I see that there were a couple super chats that I didn't answer. So I'm just going to do that real quick, just because I didn't see them earlier. Levi Turner says, halfway through Bardo, and it's really weird but awesome. I can understand both the 1 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 ratings. Do you plan on making a review or analysis? Yeah, I'll do a review of it for sure. Either in some sort of quickie catch-up live stream or maybe in like more the casual quickie format that I did for Tar and those other films. And yeah, I would say it gets better near the end personally. But and another super chat, Corance. Do you plan on seeing Noah Baumbach's White Noise? It is playing in some theaters that I could get to. But right now, things are a bit difficult because we're trying to figure out what we're doing for a vehicle. We don't have a vehicle, like the other one is not functional right now. So I might just wait for the Netflix one and do a watch along for it. Because that comes out like what, like
the 30th,
December 30th or something.
Netflix.
So like it won't be too far away. And I'm so busy right now anyway. I don't know if I want to justify making a whole trip out of seeing White Noise when I could just wait. And then, all right, Sal, do you have a question or comment?
I got VOD muted for in-game music on Twitch. Felt like sharing.
For what music? What game?
Kingdom Hearts 2 of all things.
Do they use
very stupid, and I'm not allowed to appeal it apparently.
What? Lame.
Weird.
Oops. Do you use OBS or no?
Yeah, I should have been local recording. It's just none of the other Kingdom Hearts games claimed me because I already played one in Chain of Memories.
Yeah, I always local record, but I also have like crazy hard drive stuff, so.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like upload it to YouTube. My mic sounds like shit in all of my streams.
I'm sorry for interrupting. Just to get two things out of the way that I want to mention. Funny that I posted. The biggest mood whiplash on my Twitter account was I posted a video of us watching the Queen's announcement of her death, and then immediately after I retweeted something from this Megamind meme, and I said, "Fucking, I was too late to post that meme."
I don't know what the meme is.
There is no Tooth Fairy, there is no Easter Bunny, and there is no Queen of England. But for Megamind, yeah, I knew that meme would take off.
There is no queen now. It's a king.
Yeah, there's a king. We have a king. The second thing I want to mention is I'm really excited for a game called Goodbye Volcano High. Have you heard of it?
Yeah. Have they posted any updates? Because I thought that was announced like years ago, and then there's like, is that still coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out in summer next year.
Oh, it's actually still coming out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. It looks
I'll
great
play it.
Because, yeah, I want to play it too, even though I'm not much of a gamer, because it's a fully animated, like 2D kind of event playable cartoon, and that's why I like it so much. And it's basically the Don't Look Up of dinosaur games, in my opinion.
I don't know what you
Yeah,
mean by that though.
They're anthro dinosaurs, and there's a meteor coming to kill
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Yeah, and the main character is non-binary, but I was just saying that out of respect for the character's identity. But
I'll watch it for sure. I'll play it. It seems like something I could probably riff on, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, Life is Strange thing.
Well, it looks kind of Life is Strangey. You know. I think I'll have fun. With it. It's kind of furry adjacent, you know. So. All right, Jack. What's up?
Oh, I guess I was gonna ask you. Did you ever read that? I know you retweeted it, but did you ever read what Armand White said about the Jean?
I read enough to laugh and retweet it. I didn't read the whole thing.
I'm only bringing it up again because he keeps going on about it. Like he's been on.
He's just on a tirade now. Forever.
And yeah. And I'm like, dude, down. Like, what are you doing? And it's so bizarre. It's like he thinks it's propaganda, and I'm like, it's just a woman cleaning her house. I know there's more to the movie.
They're saying that the movie's propaganda, but probably also the poll results is propaganda. You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
Paul Schrader's on the same kick. He's also doing that. Yeah.
Oh really? I don't know.
Paul Schrader slams Gene Dielman topping Sight and Sound poll as distorted woke reappraisal. And he went on a bit of a rant as well, which is so funny. Paul Schrader's also such a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that anybody thinks that the poll means anything or matters. Who cares what's at the top of the poll?
I didn't even know there was a poll till people were reacting to it.
Who cares?
What the fuck is this? Exactly.
Who even cares that it's there?
There's no influence.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
So they don't care either. They just it's the reactionary that guy Nick Adams where every day he's just tweeting about Hooters and Trump.
Yeah, the Hooters.
He's not
number one
I don't
Hooters
think he's
fan.
That's all of conservative Twitter. It's just saying woke, alpha male, and whatever other buzzword, and that's the majority of their engagement with their audience, which is
a lot
so
of them
strange,
are pissed off at the Trump NFT announcement, though. That's something I've been noticing.
Yeah, who was that guy?
Why would they be pissed off about that?
Am I really going to jail?
I don't know. I guess the Trump NFT announcement, it's just so goofy that everyone was predicting it would be oh yeah, he's gonna announce his running mate or something, and then it just turned out to be
he hyped it up beforehand. I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
he was I've got the most important announcement of all time tomorrow. Is that what happened?
That's what that was for?
That's so funny, actually.
Yes.
What the fuck? I thought it was him announcing he was gonna run again.
He already announced.
No, he already did that.
He already announced that. He already announced that last
fucking
month.
JPEGs.
He won't win because
JPEGs that look on that one fucking anti-SJW guy.
I'm announcing that I've actually been controlling the White House for the past 3 years, also 2 years.
My favorite thing is I don't know if you guys have seen that document. I haven't seen this
Is it
documentary.
true that you stole the podium?
There's that one documentary Dinesh D'Souza made this year, 2000 Mules.
Yeah.
It was full of it was a bunch of misinformation. I think there's two things. I haven't seen the film, but there are two things about that film that makes me laugh. One, they're showing footage of ballots being stolen, but apparently it was just out of context footage that they just edited it around to make it look worse than it is.
Yeah,
and then,
there's nothing in the documentary that is substantial.
And then my favorite thing is
Dinesh D'Souza has been making these types of things for a long time. He's been making these types of documentaries. Every time there's an election year,
he makes one. Yeah, and my favorite thing is it has if you go on the IMDb list, it's full of all your favorite conservative commentator dickheads Charlie Kirk, Dennis Prager, and a bunch of others. And then I think Charlie Kirk promoted the film, and then as soon as the midterms happened and the red wave didn't happen, he went back and now it's lying about this documentary is bullshit the entire time.
Oh, did he?
Just yeah, it's a deleted tweet now, but he did that.
Wow. Yeah, Dinesh D'Souza is an idiot.
He is.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with him. What's he?
Yeah, he's like more. Yeah,
conservatives.
he makes a lot of straight to DVD documentaries.
Oh.
Well, they
Well,
used to
I
be
think he
straight to
made
DVD. Now they're
Hillary's
straight to like.
America, was it?
Yeah.
He released Hillary's America in theaters, and apparently got like. I'm predicting 2000 Mules is going to win the worst film of the year at the Razzies because they gave that to the Hillary Clinton documentary he made. I think.
All right, I gotta go set up for the fucking God of War thing. So I'm gonna.
All right, I'll see you at God of War.
I'll be on Twitch in like I don't know 15, 20 minutes or something. We'll see. How long
I have to rest some errands, so I'll see you guys next Patreon
I might not be
Hangouts.
able to. I'm not sure.
Okay, thanks for hanging out.
See you guys
Thank you,
next
everybody.
month.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Have a good.